table. The rigorous requirements of the National Organic Program help to prevent GMO contamination of organic foods through a process-based approach, which includes testing when GMO contamination is suspected. So if you find an item in the grocery store that says GMO project verified, that is what this is based on, can give you a lot of assurance, because they have to follow very stringent standards in order to qualify for the for that designation.
To meet the U.S. Let's see, is that
Yeah.
in there? Here's a little video that we found. That should be putting up anytime. Yeah, but we've got to get the little arrow first.
We're always told not to believe what we hear on the computer. How much do we know if it is valid, that they have to label it such?
Well, they don't have to label that it has genetically modified ingredients. We have found that many corporations do. They'll say no genetically engineered products in these foods, and I will buy those. If it doesn't say, I assume that it does have. And if it says non-GMO project verified, it's just a little rectangular box on the food item. If it has that, I trust that. And then also when it comes to organic products, I don't go just with one organic certifier, which is USDA, because they only have to have 75% organic. That's all. If it's just USDA certified organic, only 75%. If it says Oregon Tilth or, let's see, what are some of the others? I'm having a blank on that. Anyway, I like to see that it has 2 or 3 certifications. If it just says USDA, I won't buy it. If it has 2 or 3 other certifications, or 2 or 3 total, then I trust that, because that means that there's the check and balance system here. There's not just one organization that's saying that it's organic. So.
For some reason, this is not
Talk to you
moving.
later about what I was told.
I'm sure there's a lot of fraud out there. I think we're getting to the place where to really know what we are eating, we're going to have to grow a lot of things ourselves, or be a member of a co-op and buy things from other growers that can be trusted.
In Costco, they are selling organic squash, zucchini, and it says USDA organic, but so now what?
Well, they can't use the organic label if it's not organic. Because zucchini squash, you can't only have it be 75% organic.
Yeah.
But like you could other things, I mean, that is either organic or it's not organic.
Oh, okay.
If you go on the USDA website, they only require 95%.
What's that?
Just the other day I read 95%
It changed it.
organic. So that means there's 5% that doesn't have to be organic, even though they have the label USDA organic. We went shopping one day, and the first time I ever saw the USDA organic label, and I thought, that looks fishy. Come to find out, I talked with the people at Earth Balance, margarine, and they said it only had, for them, it only had to be 75% organic. And so, even though it said USDA organic, but what we look for is Oregon Tilth or other organic certifiers.
Quality Assurance International is another one.
Yes.
Have you ever shopped at La Sierra Market? Most of it is organic,
That's good.
yeah.
This video is not going to play, so we'll move on. What are Monsanto and the biotech industry altering to ultimately control the world's food supply?
Yeah, what are they doing?
They're altering the seed. They have these things these injectors, and it's like a gun that shoots the DNA of pesticides and herbicides and human genes and animal genes into the seed of the plant.
Even small seeds?
Pardon me?
Even the small seeds?
All seeds. You have to talk to them.
The hope of the industry is that over time, the market is so flooded that there is nothing you can do about it. You just sort of surrender. The anticipated pace of conquest was revealed by a conference speaker from another biotech company. He showed graphs projecting the year-by-year decrease of natural seeds, estimating that in 5 years, about 95% of all seeds would be genetically modified.
Now, what do they do about themselves? Surely they
probably eat organic.
they're going to get to the point where they won't be able to have good food.
They will always have good food.
Well, they say that even the wind blows the Monsanto GMO seed crops
That's
into
true.
the good ones. So eventually,
Have you ever heard of greenhouse growing?
you think that's what they'll do?
They're probably already doing it. We don't know. Oh, by the way, have you all read the book Seeds of Deception? That might be one you want to get. Jeffrey Smith did that. He's quite the activist about the non-GMO issue. Okay, go ahead.
As we look over at the seed companies owned by Monsanto, keep in mind that it's Monsanto's goal to acquire all of the seed companies. Then they can own the food supply of the world. And as you look over the list, we won't name them, but you can look over the list and just kind of see if you recognize any of the names.
Well, this one here is sold at Home Depot and Lowe's.
Barry Morse.
Barry Morris.
They have a non-GMO, they have an organic as well as a non-organic line.
Anybody from John?
And this one here, Sementis, is owned by Monsanto. And I found an article, there's a letter written by the owner, CEO of Burpee Seeds. Burpee goes back to around the late 1800s. And the great-great-grandson, I guess, is the owner now of Burpee Seeds. Well, Monsanto owns Sementis, and Burpee says that they don't have anything GMO whatsoever. But they do buy seeds from Sementis. Sementis is organic, but it's owned by Monsanto. So it's like, you got to connect the dots. Who really owns what? It's quite an interesting thing to go on the internet and trace all these things down.
When it comes to GMO, we need to think outside